Over the last 4 years, my arcade loft has gone through many transitions, many changes, many makeovers. Products always coming in, products always going out. It's been fun covering all this stuff for you guys, but I just wanted to show you here at the end of 2023 where things stand. So for starters right here, we have our Rec Room Masters vertical extension cabinet. Love this thing, sit-down cabinet. I either use my director's chairs or my sit-down stool to play. Can fit 2 players. And I've had this thing for a couple years, absolutely love it. Don't think I'm going to get rid of it. Has a 32-inch monitor, and of course has the Real Hap controls, which is fantastic, right? Now currently I have a Raspberry Pi in here, and it's running the vertical Scoonie image, which I'm a big fan of. So, you know, we have over 1,100 arcade games, all vertical games. Atari 7800 games, Sega games, Sega Genesis, Nintendo games. You might say, well, wait a minute. Some of these games are actually fun to play in vertical orientation. You would actually have to go through them. Like, for instance, there's like 100 Nintendo games, Sega CD games, etc. The games I play the most on here would be the arcade classics, right? So, you know, I mean, all your favorites are on here, which is really cool. Get to play them on 32-inch screen. So love this thing. Don't think I'll ever get rid of it. These are those sewer shark guys. These are very, very cool. And then got a Goomba, Toad. Got a Talking Tom here, which I'm actually surprised, like out of all the videos on my channel, Talking Tom is...
I had a choice of gaming or napping when you left, so I napped.
So the Talking Tom, he's pretty funny, man.
I'm positive I'm living my best life right here with you.
And I can't believe it's like the 5th most viewed video on my channel, right? That Talking Tom review. Little mini boombox from New Wave Toys. Got the remote control for this TV. Got this DeVoom thing, which unfortunately isn't charged. And then of course we got this Sega Lite, which I got off Amazon years ago. So that's pretty cool stuff next to the thermostat. And of course I got my Mario and Luigi paintings up there, and we got our big arcade sign, which I've had for years. I haven't seen any reason to get rid of it. So taking a peek right here, obviously we have our Arcade1Up Dragon's Lair cab, which I plan on keeping for a while longer yet. Got the Joe Sabo topper right here, and obviously this is super fun cabinet. It's a bit short, you know, it's a bit short. That's the only real complaint. The Joe Sabo topper is very, very nice. And then of course I got a couple of these Dragon's Lair figurines. So this is Singe right here. So that's cool. You know, brand new, never been opened. And I think I got the bad guy in here, Mordock or whatever his name is. So he's back there, kind of hard to reach. But taking a peek here, I mean, screen's nice. And as you guys remember, we did the waterfall control panel from Mod1Up. So we have the really nice waterfall control panel on here. We have our nice coin door mod as well down there, etc. So I don't know why the coin door's not lit up. I thought I added lights back there. Okay, so next up here we have the Arcade1Up Killer Instinct, which I haven't done any mods to this yet. So I haven't done any mods to this one yet. Still got the stock joysticks and buttons, still has the horrible stock marquee. If I decide to keep this, which I think I'm going to keep this for a little while longer, because let's be honest, with all the firmware updates they put in, it emulates and plays really well Killer Instinct 2, and Battletoads. If I decide to keep it, I'll put on the Sabo slip-on marquee, make this look prettier, and if I actually get good at the game, where I feel like I'm going to try and compete with people online, I'll put in the the controls, put in the better controls. But yeah, so we got Killer Instinct, and then of course next to that, we have our Arcade1Up Tron, which we've done the Light Up S panel, which unfortunately I don't have an extra plug to plug this in, so I gotta get creative or get an extension. But that Light Up S panel.
What time it is? Time the game.
Shut up, Tom. That Light Up S panel is like one of the coolest things. Right here we still have the stock marquee as well. So again, if I'm going to order some slip-on marquees, I'll probably order this one and the Killer Instinct one from Sabo. Get those done. Still got the original stick. It's never broken on me before, which is really, really nice. And it's, it's a cool arcade, man. Like, now taking a look at, let me mute this. I got everything muted so you guys could actually hear me talking. Usually I have the attract mode sounds on and I have music playing and all that stuff. So up here we just have, I think that's an Arcade1Up Pac-Man sign. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. That's a Hobby Lobby sign. Got these light up things. Remember, Arcade1Up made these. They're very hard to find. In fact, they were very hard to find at first when they came out. So that's really cool. Got the Arcade1Up Star Wars here, and as you can tell by how good that marquee looks, this has got that slip-on marquee from Sabo. Got my Rebel pilot helmet right there. And minus the slip-on marquee and the fact that I changed out the kick plate, I put this kick plate artwork on so I don't have the game logos on here. Minus that, I haven't done any mods to this one. Oh, speaking of which, on the Tron, I did do Glenn's push-pull spinner mod, so that's, you guys have probably seen that video on my channel, which is really, really cool. But this one's completely stock. This is still probably my favorite Arcade1Up, and I don't think I'll ever, like, get rid of it. Like, I really, really like it. I think they did a good job. Taking a peek over here, here's our Ridge Racer mod. That marquee really doesn't show up good on camera unless I zoom in. But taking a peek here, this is the one that we've done the Buy Stuff Store mod. So we have all those different racing games to play on it, which is really, really cool. And then with the pedals, I put on those red pedal covers that you can get from Amazon. Makes the pedals look cooler. Obviously, the stool's just sitting here for right now. And don't mind this. This is like the only mess in the loft right now. And the reason why is this is stuff I'm putting together for a giveaway when we hit 20,000 subscribers. So there's a sneak peek of some of the stuff I'll be giving away. Obviously, I got all my action figures. I got all my marquees that I got off Amazon. Those are all like those tin marquees. They're really cheap too, like anywhere from like $5 to $8 a piece. All that stuff. Nice cartoon art of the family. Autographed Daniel Pacina stuff. I actually have more artwork and decor that I need to put in here. Got that arcade sign. That's like one of my favorites. Got that off Amazon. Got that Pac-Man sign off Amazon. Got some more photos right here. Action figures and stuff. Really cool. You know, Ghostbusters, Garbage Pail Kids, He-Man, you know, all the cool stuff. Right here, obviously, is my candy cap. I still got the Pandora's Box 10th anniversary in here. I do plan on changing it. I just haven't got to that project yet. Trying to decide if I want to stick a console in here or if I want to do a PC mod. But we'll figure it out when we go. But for now, the Pandora's Box is fine. You know, it's got 5,000 games on it, and it's fun to play. Obviously, there's my stool, and I have those director chairs as well, so I can just, you know, sit here and play and all that stuff. Now, as we continue moving along of what I have in the loft, I got Pac-Man with that Pac-Man thing. You guys have seen that. I've had that for years. That's on Amazon as well, really cheap. Here's your Arcade1Up Pac-Man XL. Looks beautiful, of course. Nice size cabinet. It's actually amazing how Terminator 2 is actually pretty much the same height on the riser. So it's like T2 is almost an XL on the riser compared with this one. It's pretty funny, huh? But obviously, I'm pretty happy with the Pac-Man XL. There's a couple ticks with the emulation that I hear they're working on. They'll be pushing out a firmware update, so hopefully that'll happen. I have and this is just here for right now, usually because the cords are longer. I'll mount this somewhere else if I'm playing it, but this is my Intech Gaming Nintendo Switch mod. I did this on my Marvel Superheroes. So obviously this isn't going to be here when I'm playing, but if there's any Nintendo Switch games that I want to play that could make for a fun arcade experience, you know, you just fire up this, man. So I do like the Intech Gaming mod, this one on Arcade1Ups. When it comes to that pinball mod, though, I ended up not being very happy with the Intech Gaming pinball mod. See, I love the police cruiser. I'm working on upgrading or maxing out, but it plays well. You can't complain. Looks great. No concerns. And then, of course, we have T2, which I've made some videos on recently. So there's that Joe Sabo topper, Joe Sabo marquee. And then, of course, this has got the Retro Shooter Pandora box in it with the Retro Shooter guns, which do fit in nicely. in the holsters, and I have the wires going inside, you know, cut out through there, so it looks nice and clean. And although there's 5,000 games on here, the only games that we play, obviously, are the 500 light gun games. Not 500, I mean 100 light gun games or so, but I've done videos of this on the channel. Here's that Pac-Man Plus Cabaret, which I'm going to be modding into a fun project, which I hope you guys enjoy. I think by the time it's done, it's going to be a cool looking cabaret. I'm actually going to start that right after I finish off. I got a couple little new tweaks I'm doing to Dungeons and Dragons, and I'll have a video out for that. After that's done, then I'll be doing this project, as well as doing my Real Arcade restorations and stuff. Now, this part of the loft I'm actually really happy about. It might look cluttered, but it's kind of not, but it's so much cleaner than what it was. I used to just have plastic totes, plastic bins all over here, man, and it was a mess. They were cheap plastic $10 bins, crap everywhere, it was all broken. So I picked up these shelving units that have the actual little buckets, and I have all the buckets labeled now, which is really cool. I'll show you that in a second. Still have Arcade1Up NBA Jam. I sold Blitz, keeping Jam. I like Jam, it plays well. Jam's a fun game. Here's the Coin Pusher 365. So what's nice about this is it's over here, and my wife has plenty of room to either stand or sit, and she can play her Coin Pusher game. But I lost the key, if you caught the live stream last night. So once I find the key, I'll actually be able to get in there and get it all set up for her. So right now it's on standby. We can't get in there and fix it until I get a new key or find the key. The key's got to be in here somewhere. We'll find it. This is the only Arcade1Up countercade that I have left. This is the Marvel Superheroes one, of course, the 2-player one, which we've done the mystery encoder hack on. With, you know, adding Batacera, we got a flash drive in there. I've had a lot of questions lately, a lot of comments on that video, people having problem getting this to work. What I can tell you is if you're trying to do the mod and the machine powers up when it's not supposed to, try a different USB stick as well as a different USB cable. Definitely use the one I'm using, the SanDisk 3.0 Cruiser Glide. That's like, it works every time, but this is fun right here, obviously. Got some Mario toys and all that. That music gets really loud, so we're going to turn it off for now. Over here, I got some, not all, of the consoles. I got like Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, all that stuff still downstairs. I got other stuff in boxes, but here's some of them. We got the Polybius, which I'm using to power a lot of these, just for display. Obviously, if I'm going to play them, I'm going to probably hold them in my hand or go sit somewhere with them. But we got a whole bunch of them. Got the Astro Cities. That old ass Cubert, which is a little dusty. Food Fight, Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Cubert, Missile Command 1942, all that stuff. Over here in the corner, we have our Donkey Kong, which I picked up at Zapcom 2022. Sorry, 2022 or 2021, I picked this up at the Zapcon convention. The guy, Haruman Customs, makes these, and he had a Raspberry Pi in it. I took the Pi out. I'm probably going to put something else in there. I don't know if I'm going to go King of Air or a PC or something. I'm going to put something else in there because I didn't want to have so many Pi, you know, Raspberry Pi stuff. But then again, I don't want to end up with a lot of Pandora's box stuff. There's so many other cool things. Up here is the SNK Mini, Neo Geo Mini, and the Taito Egret 2, which I was so shocked at how much I love this thing. I really love the Taito Egret 2. And of course, I love the Sega Astro City Mini as well. Such a fun product. Okay, guys, let me show you what I did here. And I'm actually very proud of this, so don't make fun of me because, you know, my loft was a mess. And this actually helps me keep things a little more organized. And I have a label printer. So for instance, this says handhelds, right? So like handhelds are in there, analog pocket and stuff, right? Controllers, you know, all the different controllers, Atari controllers, SNK controllers, mini console controllers, like all the controllers are in here. So that's easy to find, all the controllers. Right here we have consoles, so like there's a whole bunch of the mini consoles and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. But like all the, you know, Evercade VS, Nintendo, Super Nintendo Mini, Sega Mini, all that stuff is in there. Screws and miscellaneous parts, right, for modding. All kinds of extra. It's amazing how many extra Arcade1Up screws you end up with, right? Right here's just a whole bunch of power cables. Got it labeled as power. It's amazing how many extra power cables you end up with. Here's an empty tote without a label on it. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that tote. This is labeled as arcade parts. So that's all kinds of like buttons and joysticks and things like that. So that's pretty cool. Here's audio, internet cables, audio cables, headphones, things like that. Over here's wires. Oh my God, so many wires. USB to micro USB, VGA, HDMI, HDMI to micro HDMI, HDMI to mini HDMI. It's all in here, and I'd like to tell you that I'll organize this and put them in like little bags and label them, but I won't. What I love about these little totes is I could dump stuff in there, and as long as you don't overfill the tote, it looks clean, right? More modding parts and accessories. We got tools, and we got like extra PCB boards, you know, like HDMI converter boards, you know, PCBs from Arcade1Ups I've modded, all that kind of stuff. So now obviously I have a lot more stuff. I got Real Arcades, I got Real Pinballs downstairs, I got all my at-game stuff is in my office. I have like 6 machines in my office, and obviously I have my consoles, my PCs, my laptops, so there's always so many cool ways to play games here, which is nice about being in the house, is I always have something to play. I have something I can turn on. But overall, that's it. Like, I just wanted to show off the loft. Obviously, we're not doing a full house tour. The loft is the only thing that, in my opinion, is really, really presentable at the moment. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And give us a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.